World powers have been discussing the Iran nuclear deal, a possible U.S. return to the 2015 agreement, and Tehran's compliance with the terms. Following the first round of talks, regime Foreign Minister Mohammad Zarif tweeted the following: Iran proposes a logical path to full JCPOA compliance. U.S., which caused this crisis, should return to full compliance first. Iran will reciprocate following rapid verification. All Trump sanctions were anti-JCPOA and must be removed, without distinction between arbitrary designations. Insistence on the U.S. taking the first step by returning into compliance first and lifting all sanctions is Tehran's main demand. This talking point is constantly pushed by the regime and relayed by its network of apologists and lobbyists in the West. Now, is what the Iranian regime claiming even true? Did the U.S. actually cause this crisis? Let's take a look at the facts. The 2015 nuclear deal, known officially as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, was reached in July 2015. While Tehran and pro-appeasement voices across U.S. and Europe may claim that the previous U.S. administration first violated the JCPOA by exiting the deal in May 2018, facts prove otherwise. On December 8, 2015, the Institute for Science and International Studies published an analysis of a report issued by the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA) on the possible military dimensions of Iran's nuclear program. It is specifically stated that Tehran violated the JCPOA by refusing to fully cooperate with the IAEA investigating the possible military dimensions of its nuclear program. On July 7, 2016, Fox News reported, citing the German Domestic Intelligence Agency's annual report, specifically highlighting that Iran pursued a clandestine path toward obtaining illicit nuclear technology and equipment from German companies at what is, even by international standards, a quantitatively high level. On June 6, 2017, Reuters reported that the Iranians had produced excess heavy water illegally at least twice, which they sold for profit. A quarterly IAEA report on Iran said Tehran's stock of heavy water had reached 128.2 tons, which a senior diplomat described as very high. Ever since the JCPOA was implemented, Iran refused to allow inspections into its military sites. This in itself is a violation of the nuclear deal based on the JCPOA's relevant language. On September 20, 2017, the Iranians exceeded the limits on advanced centrifuge research and development by assembling more than half a dozen IR-8 rotor assemblies and operating 13 to 15 IR-6 centrifuges in a single cascade, according to reports. Less than 2 weeks later, on October 1, 2017, a Fox News report revealed that Iran is likely violating Section T of the JCPOA, banning activities which could contribute to the development of a nuclear explosive device, for example, using computer models simulating a nuclear bomb or designing multi-point explosive detonation systems. On October 9, 2017, German intelligence reported yet again that in 2015 and 2016, when the U.S. was still part of the JCPOA, and in the final years of the Obama administration, Iran attempted more than 100 times to obtain illicit nuclear technology, as reported by Fox News. The next day, on October 10, 2017, Fox News reported that the Iranian opposition coalition NCRI released critical information showing that Iran's research and development, as well as nuclear activities, were continuing at the Parchin military site, out of reach of IAEA inspectors. On January 22, 2019, Ali Akbar Salehi, head of the regime's Atomic Energy Organization, explained in a state TV interview how the regime used deceptive measures to mislead the international community while claiming to have abided by the JCPOA. Iran did not dismantle the core of the plutonium reactor at its Arak site as required by the deal.
این راکتور آب سنگین رو قلب راکتور گفتن با بتون پر شده.
بله.
این چیه داستانش؟
بله. من تشکر میکنم که واقعا شما این محبت کردید برای بینندگان عزیزمون. ببینید ریاکتور عراق یک چاله‌ای داره که الان میبینید اون مردم دورش واسه اون چاله ریاکتور عراق.
درسته.
خب
بله.
این چاله نهایتاً کالاندریا میره توش و سوخت میره اون تو.
بله.
ما مشابه اون لوله ها هم خریده بودیم، ولی من اون زمان نمیتونستم اعلام بکنم.
بله.
فقط یک نفر در ایران میدونست.
درسته.
و حالا بالاترین مقام ارشد نظام گفتیم، کسی دیگه نمیدونست. ما برای اینکه وقتی که مذاکره میکردن دوستان میدونستیم که اینا بالاخره بد عهدی میکنن، بد قولی میکنن. حضرت آقا فرموده بودن که مواظب باشید اینا بد عهدن، بد قولن. خب ما بایستی با یه فراستی، با یه هوشمندی کارمون انجام میدادیم. یعنی علاوه بر اینکه پل‌های پشت سرمون رو خراب نمیکردیم، پل هم میساختیم که اگر قرار بود برگردیم سریعتر برگردیم. خب ما یه سری لوله بوده، یه لوله هایی که مثلا به قطر 2-3 سانت به طول 3-4 متر، خب مجسم کنید این لوله ها رو که یه سر داره یه ته. ما مشابه اون لوله ها رو هم خریده بودیم به همون تعداد. اون لوله ها رو گفتن توش سیمان بریزید. خب ما اون لوله ها رو ریختیم، گفتیم باشه. چون اگر اون موقع دیگه. بله نه توی مذاکره که دیگه ما بله که مثلا خب ما توی گفتیم باشه ما میریزیم. عنایت فرمودید. اما دیگه نگفته بودیم لوله های دیگه داریم، چون اگه داشت میگفتن آقا تو لوله ها واسه برس. ما الان خیلی چیز، خب ما میریم الان اون لوله ها
الان میگین چی؟ الان
ما الان داریم اون لوله ها رو، حالا ما هر چی اینو میگیم. اون وقت شما ببینید این تو فتوشاپ، با فتوشاپ اومدن چاله ریاکتور رو سیمان ریختن.
بله.
بعد هی میگن سیمان ریختن تو چاله ریاکتور. این فتوشاپ این همونه.
بله.
As we see, Iran's regime has been in violation of the JCPOA from day one, meaning during the Obama years and far before the next administration exited the deal in May 2018. Therefore, this argument by Zarif, parroted by his network of apologists and lobbyists in the West in order to garner support from pro-appeasement circles, is easily debunked. Iran's regime has been in violation with the highly flawed and obviously failed 2015 nuclear deal. Furthermore, there is no indication that this regime can be trusted in any future agreements.